Good afternoon, Eva. I do apologize for being late, except I totally don't. I'm not sorry at all, because I was hanging out with my niece in the wake of her first day at school. So. We also might be cutting off early depending on when dinner is demanded, so we'll see how that works out. Well, she's doing fine. Although, in typical format, she couldn't tell me a single thing about her day. That's really normal for her. So near as I can tell, her day consisted of... So near as I can tell, her day consisted of going to school, being told that there's some homework, or rather there's no homework, but there's paperwork for the adults, and then coming home. That's all she had for me. She did ask for something you might like, Eva. Or maybe you'll hate it, I don't know. I can never tell with you. I know you have a heart filled with hatred. So, it's an art prompt book. Like, it's essentially a sketch pad that has parts of it filled out and parts of it not. And so it's to prompt you to draw something there to fill out the rest of the picture. I'll try to show you pictures at some point. But I think you get the idea. No, yeah, exactly, Yura. I think it's a great idea. I wish I had something like that when I was a kid. You know how I learned how to draw? Terribly. I learned how to draw by just looking at stuff that was drawn and trying to replicate it badly. I really like these flame cannons. Hey, Walker. Hello, 040. Another high-type creepy skeleton. Is that it? It appears to be it. Well, okay, I guess we're moving on to the last zone. Well, that's because you're a good artist, you. Me? I sucked at art. I loved it. I loved drawing. But God, I sucked. Like, if you took all the suckitude in the entire world and put it into one giant ball, it would just be a picture of me. Right next to a vacuum. Hey, random. Hope your day's going well. There is Act. Just go look up the Diablo rewrite. Every bit of artwork in the Diablo rewrite was done by her. So I'm guessing this is actually the last stage, which probably still doesn't have a warp point for some stupid reason. Lost the enemy, that's nonsense. Lots of frozen demons in the background, for some reason. Probably because this is Avernus, or whatever it's called. Oh no, Avernus is from Forgotten Realms. What's it called? In, Dante's Inferno? The Ninth Circle? Although Avernus is based on that, so... That's resistance, right at the end here. Well, I hope you get a good one here. Ooh, a diamond. What I could really use, though, Someplace to not die. That wasn't it. I also highly recommend you just watch the Diablo rewrite in general, because it's really, really good. Seriously, go watch it. Go watch it! I am holding your kitten hostage. Till you watch the Diablo and the FF1 rewrites. What? Alright, so, one of the most common types of comments I get is, well, I don't know Diablo, so I can't watch the rewrite. I mean, no offense by this, but that comment irritates the crap out of me. Why would that matter? Why do you need to enjoy the original first? Like, forgive me for sounding irritated, but that's such a nonsense statement that it actually frustrates me. I'm pretty sure that half the reason the rewrites have not had the viewership they probably should is because people are like, I don't know Diablo, or I don't know FF1, so I'll skip on that. It's like, but... Okay. So if I can elucidate to one person, just one, that it's actually probably better enjoyed if you've never even heard of Diablo. It's not a remaster of Diablo. You know what I mean?
Oh, what would you like to buy?
I don't have a lot of money, do I?
It's a pleasure doing business.
We still have not gotten beast milk, and I'm probably just gonna walk away from that, especially since I'm probably gonna cut off early today.
Are you eating? What are we transmuting this time?
That requires that. That requires farming, and that requires that. But we can do that right now.
I'll go with this. Great.
See, if that's true, Lord Harrimont, then that means I have failed at my job. And I'll take that insult. I'll take that insult's the wrong word. I'll take that, criticism. I will accept that criticism. For Christ's sakes, now what? Really? Really? So I just got a copy wrong thing. It's not a full strike. It's just someone is claiming ad revenue on one of my videos. Now, considering I got this notification just now, what video do you think it was? Think about what we've been streaming lately. The most recent upload would be part 3? No, 5, excuse me, of this. Correct, Czar. If you ever wonder why ads are on some of my videos, it's because someone else has copy-wronged that video and turned on ads to that video. That's not a joke. That's how that works.
It's so. What'll it be?
I'll go with this.
Well, I'll go ahead and get a permanent con up, because why not? I'm sorry, that honestly pisses me right the hell off.
Come back any time.
It's fine, Ect. It's just, I want you to imagine that you have spent years, actually, building up to and planning a concept, and you finally put out your tutorial video in that concept. And it's really good. It actually turned out really well, and a lot of people loved it, and it's pretty much exactly what you wanted out of it, and it's fantastic. And someone says, well, I'm not going to watch it because I've never played Diablo. And it's like, I can't even analogize it at a certain point. It's just, you know? Okay, so, I think there was like one last thing I wanted to do. Yeah, no, it's just, it's painful. It's literally painful. So I'm not upset. I'm not like, I hate you. It's just, it's painful to have put so much of yourself into something and to someone tell you to your face, well, no, because of an invalid reason. No offense, but in this exact case, the idea of not watching it because you're not familiar with Diablo is actually an invalid reason. Now, if you can't follow along with stuff, that's okay. Because, as Lord Harrowmont pointed out, I did have issues with writing it, obviously, because I'm a terrible writer. And also, it is very much designed to be watched more than once. The rewrites, both of the rewrites so far, and frankly, all the rewrites going forwards, and basically everything I've ever written ever, is designed to be watched more than once, because that's just my writing style. I like to put nuances, inferences, and details that you're not really supposed to notice your first time through because you don't really have context, but they're there, so you subconsciously notice them, and on second playthrough it's like, aha, right? Like, you know, I'm a big fan of the Babylon 5 effect, and I try to put that into basically everything I produce. So there's a whole lot of moments in, for example, the Diablo rewrite, like, I could give you something right now, I don't want to spoil it, but there's something in, I think, like the second or third bit of dialogue, which is said by Mephisto, right at the very, very beginning of the game. Excuse me, I keep calling it a game. Right at the very, very beginning of the show, the movie, which is a huge plot twist kind of thing. I give away the whole plot right there at the very, very beginning. But nobody actually, like you're not supposed to catch that your first time around, right? Because it's just something that someone mentions normally and naturally, like someone would, right? Like natural flowing dialogue. Where someone wouldn't be like, something that irritates the crap out of me. Sorry for going off on this, but something that irritates the crap out of me is when a work of fiction will have something, and maybe it's visual, maybe it's dialogue, but someone's like, I sure hope nothing happens to this train that I'm setting up this penny on, which is going to derail it. And then the camera like zooms in on the penny, and it's like, behold the penny, and it's just, it's treating the audience like they're 3-year-olds. I hate that. I get that there's a purpose behind that. I get that there's a reason and time to go ahead and make things overt to the audience, or as a joke, which works very well. But I hate that. So what I prefer is more like someone will mention something casually as a normal bit of dialogue that they would say in character. And if you happen to catch it, great. And if you don't, oh well. All right, just it's a huge pet peeve of mine. And thank you, Lord Harrowmont. I do appreciate that. I say without hyperbole that the rewrites are really, really important to me. And I have a hard time vocalizing why. I think it's partially because for, I don't know, 20 years, I've wanted to produce. I've wanted to produce shows, I wanted to produce movies, and I've wanted to produce games. And reality and time have always gotten in the way of them. Like, because I actually do understand what an inordinate ordeal it is to do that. No, it would not, X. So, being able to actually produce the rewrites has been tremendously internally satisfying in a way I don't really have a good way to evoke. Being able to actually put out what are functionally movies like that has been immeasurably enriching, for lack of a better way to put it, especially after so long of never being able to really do anything. And so, it's one of the reasons... Yeah, no, it's an opportunity not everybody gets. It's an opportunity I haven't had for most of my life. And so it's one of the reasons why I've been, hey, the Warhorse Key. It's one of the reasons why I've been trying to direct as many people to the rewrites as possible. Because I really want people to enjoy those stories. Like, that's I know that's the dumbest thing, but that's how it is, right? You write a piece of music so that someone can listen to it and enjoy it. You write a story so that someone can read it and enjoy it. You draw a piece of artwork so someone can look at that and say, wow, that was a really good piece of artwork. And so what I want is for people to actually watch the rewrites and enjoy them. I know, that's very selfish of me, and I do apologize. But it's one of the reasons why I try to plug the rewrites at every possible opportunity, and why I mention them semi-constantly. And yeah, the RFF2 is technically in production right now. As in, most of the art assets are in position. A lot of the voice acting is already done. The script is already completed. The reason it hasn't been happening is because, you know, I sort of lost 2 months of my life. Otherwise, I'd be ready to go for it right now. So, to answer your question, Act, Final Fantasy. At the moment, the big thing I'm pushing for is finishing all of the Final Fantasies. The rough outline, most of the hard work for RFF1 through 12 is actually all done. That's all ready to go. I do still need to actually do a little bit more zooming in the camera on certain specific things, and then I need to do specific outlines, and I need to do polishing passes and all that fun stuff, which I've been kind of putting off, admittedly, on purpose. But that's where we're at with that. Really, game? Really? No, it's fine, Lord Aramont. I know that you secretly hate everything I produce. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and go with the, Oh, it's this one. Right.
Huh.
I am curious why, though. Why would you enjoy the 20-minute summary more? You know what? I bet I know why. It's because all the spoilers and all the behind-the-scenes stuff that is only inferred or implied in the story is actually stated outright in the outline. You know, primarily so that people can actually pick up on it and be like, aha, this is what I need to know. Yeah, no, this weather right now can go directly to hell.
Tis Rosian!
Yeah, so how much further down the line is Pokemon? Years? just to be extremely honest with you. Right now, Final Fantasy is the primary focus. It's what I've got predominantly in my head, and it's what I've done the most pre-production work on. After Final Fantasy will be Star Wars. That's interesting. I'm not actually sure of what after Star Wars. So, I've been poking my art director about Our Trek, because the problem is Our Trek has been, kind of, for lack of a better way to put it, deliberately shelved, because I don't have a way to do it. And I've been trying to solve that problem for a couple of years at this point. Like, off and on, that has been a non-stop hassle, and it does not have a solution yet. So, Our Trek is an unsolved problem, as I like to call it. Okay, so, I think we're about to beat the game the first time. I haven't seen Reloaded at all. I haven't talked to him in like 5 months. I have no idea what's going on in his life. So I hope he's doing okay. Oh, not yet the final boss. Okay. Well, we're still going to put on... I think Lord of the Rings needs a rewrite? No. Because we have the movies, which are a Lord of the Rings rewrite. They're a very, very soft rewrite, but they are a Lord of the Rings rewrite. The mentality that goes into the movies is the mentality that I have. They just held back a lot more. And I do not. Double checking my equipment. Let's go with that.
Yucca! Yeah!
Oh, I'm sorry. I never actually told you the video that got copywronged. It was the first Fallout 4 video from like 3 years ago. And by 3 years ago, I mean like 7 years ago. I don't know, it was a long time ago.
I have you now. Nehang Jakujo. Kya! Doria!
Fool, you just made your last mistake.
These animations
Good luck, Miriam.
are just... wow. So hang on, let's equip... Oh, god damn it, I just accidentally skipped the cutscene. Hey, their map is actually pretty completed. Check that out. Let's do this. I kind of don't want to skip the dialogue. I was just trying to open the menu. So that's full-on accident on my part. Gonna put on the crap sword that I have nothing into. Oh yeah, and let's switch over the shards. I'm gonna keep going over to... where the hell is it? There it is. I do appreciate you, Random. I really do. I mean, it's something... at this point, I don't really have that anxiety. Some of you probably know what I'm talking about. You know that anxiety of, oh god, no, I swear I'm good for it, I swear I'm good for it. And trying to prove to people that you actually are going to do something you said you're going to do. I don't have that issue, because I finished FF9 Theater. And the FF9 Theater took me 4 goddamn years to do, but I still did it. I have proven that even if it takes me a while, I will get there. I'm in it for the long haul, yada yada yada. So, yeah, no, the rewrites are happening, assuming people are still interested in participating. So let's see if we can partial skip. Yeah, we can. Yay! Random could tell you about some interesting stories about the FF9 Theater. Because we were winding the last corner on the FF9 Theater, and I'm like, I still don't have a Kusha.
You may possess the blade now, but without him to wield it, it poses no real threat to me.
Wrong, demon. Songetsu's wrath and mine are now one. You used Jeeble, and now you will pay!
Very amusing, wench. I do not have time for this. But, seeing as I need your crystal, you leave me no choice.
Your wretched plans end here!
Baal, King of Kings, must be summoned. Prepare to be brought in line!
Okay, so.
Innes.
I mean, like I said, Valerian, the goal is for people to enjoy the rewrites, not just, you know, look at them. No, I didn't actually print out Android. And hi, Vancini. Stack up my goods. Nice scissors.
The moon is full. Your final hour has come. Ebenezer.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that exactly. Need it.
Eretar.
the knees.
It's a good question, Crazy Horse, but truthfully, I don't know. YouTube likes to stay very quiet about what's going on behind the scenes with them. Because it's their advantage to try and bully people if other people don't know how they operate, right? Weaker, bargaining position kind of deal. The only reason we know how YouTube works is because people who are the actual big content creators have shared their factual data and we've reverse engineered it based on that. Okay, I was a little close.
Curse you!
Dimension shift. Okay. Well, Grammary's dead. Yeah, exactly, actually. On both points. Yeah, we have 58 health left, if you missed it. Not as, in... I don't know, I think she had a decent day, Sabacon, but she seemed in good spirits, and she was happy to see me waiting for her at the bus stop. I know this is kind of a pathetic heal, but it's literally better than nothing, and kind of all we have right now. We need to survive one enemy. Get up here. So there it is, there it is. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Okay, we made it. Okay. So. Yes, Crazy Norse? There's no other alternative. Literally. Yeah, let's do the Warhorse spots. We got a little bit of time. So let's pop this. Where's a good spot for farming gold? Anybody know? Or is it just like... Like, is there a really ideal way to farm gold? I guess is really the question I'm asking. Because otherwise... it would probably be... Oh, haha, Crazy Numbers. Spike doing that. Oh, that's right. Okay. Console commands. Aha! Because otherwise, this is the gold method. I'm not really joking. This is the best spot I've been able to find. There's assuredly better somewhere. Ironically, I do need gold right now, because I am very low on healing items. As you saw during the boss fight, where I completely ran out of them. The rewrites are in a way fan fiction. Yes, they absolutely are fan fiction. What are my thoughts on people writing and reading fan fiction? So fan fiction is one of those horrible things to talk about, but it's not because of fan fiction's problem. Let me try to phrase this very, very differently, because it's really easy to understand why fan fiction has such an extremely bad reputation. All you have to do is consider the fact that anybody can write fan fiction. That's it. That's the answer. Now, if I have to break that down a little bit more, all you have to do is think about barrier to entry and quality of writing. How many people do you think are good writers just in the world? Now, I know what you're going to say. Well, writing is a skill, and you're absolutely right. But that's my point. There's no writing requirement. There's no editing. There's no anything that prevents someone from writing a fanfiction. I'm not saying there should be. What I'm trying to say is that because there is a total lack of barrier to entry, anybody could sit down and go ahead and write a fanfiction. So what you have is a colossal sample size. Right? a huge sample size of tons and tons and tons of people, some of whom may have some ideas, some of whom may be willing to, or not willing to, capable of writing certain types of elements. Like some people maybe are better at storytelling in terms of story sequencing. Maybe some people are better at character development. Maybe some people are better at building their worlds. Maybe some people can do talky scenes but can't do action scenes. Everybody has their strengths and negatives as a writer. And that's before you get into the relative skill level of people who write. And that's fan fiction in a nutshell. That is why fan fiction has such a bad reputation. So yes, with 100% total sincerity, the rewrites are fan fiction. I am not ashamed of that fact. I have no reason to be. I have written an entire book based on Mega Man 1. It's a damn good book. But it's a fan fiction, right? And it's also, if I can add a little asterisk here, one of the most common negative comments I get, and it's really common. I get it from people who I would otherwise respect and care about their opinions. It's, well, why don't you just write something original? Why do a rewrite? Why do a fan fiction? Why do a remake when you could just make something new and original? And I've always considered that to be a very dumb question. No offense to anybody who's ever asked me that. Because, of course, it's so understandable why someone would like to do something with a setting they love. It's such an understandable concept. Most people do fan fiction whether they actually sit down and put pen to paper or not. I know this because there's a concept called headcanon. The mere idea of being able to sit down and say, well, you know, this is a neat episode, but if we restructure it a little bit, I think it works a lot better. And I bet almost every single one of you in chat right now understands exactly what I mean by that. Because you think, well, oh, this would be cool, or I wonder what such and such is going to go, or I really wish I could explore more about this and that. Right? So that's why rewrites have taken such a priority over, for example, doing something like the extant. Now, hang on. One last asterisk, and then I swear I'll shut up. The last asterisk is nobody cares about the extant. And I don't mean that as a negative thing. I don't mean that as some kind of like, oh my god, you know, I'm dumb and nobody cares. No. The point is that if I released an extant video right now, which actually I do hope to do someday, by the way, then the number of people look at that and be like, what the hell is extant? And even if they know what it is, they'll be like, oh. And people just won't have the investment in it to care. Because people have a strong tendency to be more invested in things that they're already invested in. It's momentum. It's basic inertia. If you have an opportunity to have a new Mega Man game, or a new, or a brand new IP, which is called the Turbo Racers 500, which one of those are you going to be more interested in? Now, obviously, this varies. Not everyone's going to be the same way on this, but there is such a thing as familiarity effect, and there is such a thing as pre-existing investment. Doing the rewrites isn't just something I want to do, it's something that's a necessary step from a production standpoint. I need to build an audience of people who are interested in my filmmaking style with the extreme limitations I have of time and availability and budget, in order to then have an audience who will then be interested in watching extant videos. This is why I do actually plan to do some extant videos eventually. But we got to build up to that first, right? And there's already a massive demand for rewrite videos, because I cannot tell you how many times that I mentioned the rewrite project as a whole, and people are like, oh man, I can't wait for you to do a rewrite of insert thing here. And there's no judgment here, by the way. I'm not being in any way negative about this. It's just, I've been paying attention. I always pay attention. And I know exactly how many people have expressed a fairly large amount of interest in setting IP A, B, or C. That's life. And the best part is, I've made about 60 grand just standing here walking back and forth. So that's cool too. But yes, the extant is my setting. I've spent literal decades of my life very, very slowly but very thoroughly building it up over the years, and I do hope to finally codify it and put it on pen to paper, so to speak, at some point. But like I said, building up to that. It's okay. I'm not in a huge rush. I'm just in a massive rush. There's a difference. Someone said something in the middle of my rant that I wanted to respond to. That's true, Lord Aramont. You're absolutely right. Is Star Wars the most familiar setting for humanity as a whole? Yes. I'm not sure there's anything that really surpasses that in terms of literally just human beings who are aware of the setting. Star Wars is extraordinarily prolific in common consciousness. Oh, tell me about it, Act. God, that's just scumlord territory, what happened there.
Oh, what would you like to sell? What would you like to buy?
Okay, so I want... Curry! So, Trek does not have the spread that Star Wars did. It never did, and it never will. Wars...
I finished.
The impact of wars is kind of hard to overestimate.
Can you...
Ignoring the fact that it literally started a whole new genre and era, era of filmmaking, technically and in terms of audience expectation and in terms of being the thing that really pulled sci-fi into popular consciousness. And yeah, exactly, Sir. Trek has been fairly well received and has achieved what we call broad appeal, popular appeal. It's just, it's not on the same level as Wars. If you have Darth Vader or Yoda or the Force or the Dark Side, there's a pretty good chance that I would honestly say 80% of every human being on the planet knows what you're talking about, at least vaguely. Yeah, it doesn't make Star Wars better, it just makes it more, saturated? That's the wrong word. I guess saturated works. Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put that. Michael Jackson was a phenomenon. You know, we don't really have phenomenons like that anymore. Was Wars influenced by Trek? Yes. 100% certainty. Like, literally, 100% certainty. Wars was inspired by Trek. Which is funny, because Trek was also inspired by Wars. About a decade later. And yeah, I would agree with you on that, Lord Aramont. I admittedly don't know much about China, because China, Western Taiwan, is, unreliable at best, is how I'm going to phrase that. All information coming out of that place always has to have that grain of salt. Most well-known person on the planet? Me! Sorry, I'm debating. Let's go find a boss. Let's go find a boss. Trihexia, you're high. This is... Like, first of all, what other kind of products even exist? But second of all, Star Wars merchandising is one of the biggest merchandising industries in the world. Possibly the biggest. I don't have hard data on that anymore, but... Okay. See, that's interesting, Crazy Norse, because that's the total opposite of what I've heard. Like, I've heard that Japan really likes Star Wars. I've heard that several times. Maybe that's not true anymore, I don't know. Because that's old information at this point. Where am I going? Here. Well, we know why they haven't made Star Wars games. It's because they're stupid. No, I'm serious. The number of Disney executives who have been anti-video games for the better part of 20 years. Like, I think at this point it's actually over 20 years is honestly a little silly. That looks familiar. Is that Belmont? Not sure which one, but you know. Of course, he has 6,000 HP. They all do at this point. Seriously, every boss I've fought has had 6,000 HP to start. Probably triple or quadruple 6, because of course they do. What else do they have? Why do I have Augment Gold on? Oh, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, for some reason, rather than doing a health bar, they tell you how much damage is, how much health they have left every hit. It's a very, very weird way of doing that.
Answer my call!
I swear I bought some potions. Oh, we're about to die because I didn't actually buy the potions I thought I did. I've been kind of casual moding this. Or we could do that. 75 health left. Got a shard too. Sure, I'll take it. Or Richter, or whoever that was. I noticed that was a quest thing too. Yeah, we unlocked Dancer. Sweet! So we got a slow mode because we are very low on health. Actually, you know what, let's just do this. Let's just get some health back. It's just any kind of health back here. Yeah, what he said. Sure, whoops. Excuse me. Anyways, I'm sorry, I just realized I never really finished answering your questions, are, but I hope that I have at least come somewhat close to it. I have no shame about the fact that I'm making fanfictions. They're not even really fancy fanfictions. Also, hashtag screw Konami. While we're here.
Got any tug? Here's what I've turned up on the monsters. Good work.
We got the gold power ring for killing the millionaire boss. Unfortunately, I do, Ect. Very unfortunately.
Here's what... Good.
And the bandit blade, which I actually know what that is. That's funny.
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Shield outsiders, living fossils, and demon lords. I'm not sure what any of those are. I've obviously killed several of them. Increases in attack power proportion to your wealth. Interesting. I am extremely familiar with the targeted harassment campaign that RPG Codex decided to level at me. What's funny is it was quite a few years ago. Do you know why they decided to target me? Because I do. Yeah, no kidding, Sarura. I mean, because they're assholes is actually the exact correct answer. But no, the specific thing that brought me to their attention was that I spoke positively about Arcanum. I did a rumination on Arcanum. Remember that? You know, a game I have praised several times. I've even recommended that people play it with cheats. In fact, I was suggesting that Crazy Norse go ahead and play Arcanum with cheats, like semi-recently. And that is what decided to trigger them in order to do a targeted harassment campaign against me. For some time, I had to deal with that for a minute. It was very fun.
Hi, me. So, what'll it be?
I mean, I have an extraordinarily low opinion of RPG Codex, and that was an opinion I had before they decided to, you know, literally fling poo at me.
Come back if things start to go...
Oh, I have no idea, Sarura. You know, I just realized something. I was just thinking, no, I should probably just go beat the game, so I can go deal with stuff. It is. But I just realized I don't know where to do that. So we got a new ability called Dimension Shift. Which is, hang on, don't give me a clue just yet. Let me actually put some thought into this. But I was just thinking, you know what? Because the reason I was just pausing and chewing on that mentally was I was like, okay, so that quest requires me to go farm some materials. I don't feel like doing that. That quest requires me to figure out where those enemies are and go kill them. I could do that, but I don't feel like looking that up. That quest requires me to go farm cows. I actually know where those are, but I don't feel like doing that. I've fought all the optional bosses that I'm aware of, and I've checked every part of the map that I intended to. Like we've got a pretty thorough map here, and very, very, very few holes. And most of those holes are like I wasn't completely thorough in like going through this section up here, so there's a couple like spaces like there, and that's kind of it. There's a whole bunch of secrets I'm missing, of course, because that's the nature of these kind of games. But otherwise, no, I've kind of got my to-do list cleared. So we have an ability called Dimensional Shift. And I don't know how to do it. Is it over here? No. Is it here? Is it here? Where's Dimensional Shift? What type of ability is it? Oh, it's a Directional Shard. Hey! That's literally the last thing I was gonna guess.
Dimension shift!
Okay, so let's go rescue that guy, who is, let's see, he's right there. I even put a marker for him. So let's go rescue the dude, because why not? Let me make sure my roaming gear is on, which is not. Yeah, it's a blink. That makes a little more sense. Yep, here. On the off chance that this guy dropped something we could use. Which he did not. Yeah, no, I'm going the right way. Yeah, it's a blink. What that probably means is there's probably some place where there's a thing I can't access because it's behind a wall that I was, you know, supposed to find, and I obviously haven't. That's my guess, but the problem is I have no such thing in my brain other than the thing I'm doing right now.
Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Ow!
Monkeys everywhere.
Dimension shift!
Sure, Ross.
Benjamin, seriously.
Yeah, seriously, dude.
It wasn't my fault, Miriam, I swear.
Uh-huh.
I hope you're ready to live here forever.
Oh, come on. Please, you can't tell me your mind has never wandered.
Not while I'm teleporting to the location my mind is thinking about.
For just one split second, I remember this mystic land called Nippon that I heard about, and...
Farewell, Benjamin.
Wait. Don't leave me here.
If I find you in even one more strange place, foot, skull.
Oh, well, all right. But could you please help me? Please? Yes? Say yes. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get it right this time.
You had better get it right this time.
Always knew you cared.
Get out of here!
I'm getting. Kisses. Love you, don't change. Mean it. Hope I don't see you again.
So, sure. Does he show up anywhere else?
Unbelievable. I had better make sure he made it back to the village.
Oh, hey, money. Small amount of money, but it's money. One more time. Oh my god. I use a Brio, a Logitech Brio. It's not actually all that great of a webcam, but it's kind of a middle-of-the-road webcam, which is useful for my type of circumstances. I like less specialized, more fits a lot of scenarios kind of stuff. And that's the Logitech Brio in a nutshell. The Stream Cam is arguably better, but is more prone to failure, and also requires a USB-C slot, which is problematic to come by. Worse in every way, Trax, yeah. I mean, I literally am using a Logitech mouse as well, but honestly, that's not because I want to. I prefer SteelSeries. But then SteelSeries discontinued the model of mouse I like. So, no problem, I'll just use this other SteelSeries mouse, which I really like, which they then discontinued. So, this is it. And even this thing is not what I want. It's just as close as mice get to what I actually like. It's astonishing to me that nobody produces the kind of mouse I like anymore. So I'm just stuck with this thing. Ah. Okay. Man, I don't know, Ross. I should probably actually buy those potions I keep meaning to. Hey, he's here.
Oh, Miriam, look who made it home, huh? Well done, eh?
Thank heavens for miracles.
I know, I know. Sorry for, before, but here, take this.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, just a little family heirloom. I think it'll serve you better than me.
Thank you, Benjamin. I appreciate it.
Yep, I use a PS3 controller because this is one of the best controllers ever made. For me. No, Czar. The Canada Dry seltzer water has been discontinued for 7 years at this point. The stuff I have over here, this is actually Waterloo. Because after Canada Dry, I switched to Polar, and then they stopped carrying Polar. So now I've switched over to Waterloo. Oh my god. So let's see what that sucker does. Adversity Ring. Causes status inflictions to increase your power. Interesting. I actively dislike LaCroix, and it's way too expensive. Like, I drink seltzer water daily. I don't make enough money to drink LaCroix every day. Yeah, is there something that gives you a status effect all the time? Because I can see that working with that. Okay, so... I wanted to look up something really quick before I forget it. A lot, actually, Walker. In fact, it's so much that I'm not sure I can actually tell you about all of it anymore because I haven't done it in years. I got the PS3 controllers working, and then I walked away from them. So I'm looking at the MX518 von Falkenstein, and it looks like a basic mouse. So I don't think that would work for me. It only has one additional button, which would be taken up by something, so... A nice suggestion for a mouse, but I need a mouse that has buttons. Not too many buttons, because that's the other problem. For some reason, people like the keyboard mice, and I am not a fan. The thing that Naga popularized. Kinda, yeah, Maz. Like, if I had to retrace my steps, I could probably figure out how I get the PS3 controller working. I know I have one software that's always running to interpret the PS3 as an Xbox 360 controller. And then I have another piece of software running to always... thank you for reminding me, DZ Maven. No, not X input. And then I have another bit of software, which I think actually might be that, that allows me to rebind the Xbox 360 controller to function as a PlayStation controller. The mouse that I really liked, the one that I've liked the most, had, other than the basic 2, so we got the basic 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buttons, which was pretty much ideal for me.
Whatever you like to buy.
Hurry! Just buy a bunch.
Is this pleasure doing business? Ow!
So I'm gonna poke at something really quick. Which is here. Well, see, the funny thing is I'm the same way on Falkenstein, but well past that point. 9 was ideal. The problem with most modern gaming mice is they don't have 9 or 8 or 5 buttons. They have like 20, which is way too many, and actually gets in the way of using the mouse, in my opinion.
Invert! Dimension shift! Invert!
Having said all that, there is actually one controller. I just got the Dimension Shift, you see, Maven. There's one controller that I do prefer over the PS3. And that would, of course, be the Joy-Cons. Okay. Apparently you break in with the bell. Oh, whatever. That was that. That's that. I don't know what that is. What is that? What does that symbol mean? And I think that's kind of the end of my mental to-do list. So let's see if I can figure out where the last boss is. So we have the ability to dimensionally shift. Yeah, I'm kind of mentally walking through the rooms in my head, trying to think of where there's been a thing where it's like, I can't reach that because it's through something. And I'm sure there's been a couple of chests, but, like, that's kind of it. There was like this chest here, for example. I remember that. Wow. We finally got the basic cat ability. Really hate that they put the silver chest in the map. Like, don't do that, please. It's nice that they respawn, but seriously, don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Invert! Dimension! Shift! Invert! Invert! Invert!
Interesting. What else expected to happen there?
Invert!
Oh, it actually won't let me warp down there here.
Invert!
I could have always reversed it again. It would have been fine.
Invert! Dimension shift! Ow! Invert! Ah!
I give up. In the interest of expedience. I'm stupid. Let's see. Oh, of course I'm nowhere near anything. I guess it'd be fastest to go this way. Hang on. I did just have a thought. And it's a really dumb thought, and it shouldn't actually be this. Well, this is Soden, right? I mean, seriously, even the plot is basically Soden's plot. I would love to watch a speedrunner who's actually good at this game just melt it. Because I bet you that would be a sight. Okay, so here's my thought. Middle of the castle, right? That's where the final boss is. But the problem is, in Soten, there were lots of things that indicated that. In fact, it was really, really easy to stumble onto the final boss's location. By design. I can't think of anything that leads me into the middle of the castle, which is pretty much right above where I'm selecting right now. So... yeah, I can't even imagine some of the speed tech they've got going on.
Invert! Dimension shift!
can't actually open a door while you're upside down. Go ahead and give me a clue. Let's get on with this. Please. Sorry. I shouldn't be rude. Please give me a clue. Back to the final area. Okay. What do I feel about the Xbox Essex? Well, I've never gotten to play with one. I've heard it's a really good controller, but they're also rather expensive, just like the PS5 controller, which is also rather expensive. So I haven't gotten to use either controller yet because I don't have money to burn on a controller that may or may not be good.
You go get him, Miriam.
That's terrible voice acting. Okay, so something objectively bad, but I enjoy anyways. Yeah, no, there's tons of games like that. Yeah, Star Trek Online. Or Tor, for that matter. Or Lotro. Okay, so all the way back here. Hopefully, Evo. I'm kind of, like, lost-ish. I mean, there's been several times so far where it's like, you got a new ability. Now figure out where to use it. Bucko. That guy's got some health. He's also part of a quest. That's interesting. And yeah, for the record, one of the reasons I mentioned controllers for me is because analogs are neat and all, but analogs are easy to do well, to be blunt. D-pads, that's much harder. It's pretty rare that I find a controller that has a good D-pad. In fact, there's not many, like, ever. Period. There's the SNES. The GameCube had a decent... Well, no, I'm going to take that back. So we've got the SNES. We've got the Joy-Con. The Wii U, I think, the Wii U had a pretty decent one. So that's SNES, Wii U, Joy-Con, PS3, PS4, and that's the list of the ones I've played. Keeping in mind, I have not played the PS5 or the SX. That's why I hesitated on that one, Sarura. It's like, eh. Although, if you get rid of the GameCube on that list, then honestly, all you're doing is making my point more for me. Most controllers do not have a good D-pad. That's the entire point. Oh, I bet. Okay, so... Hang on. I see a spot I can go to, but give me a second. I just have a thought. Curious of something. Thank you, Evo, for your participation. I do mean it. The last 8-bit Do controller I played was several years ago, and I hated the D-pad.
Have you learned anything?
Now that was a while ago, so they must have improved them because I've heard good things about them since then. But yeah, this was a while ago, and I actually ended up throwing it away because it was just awful, just awful.
Good work.
A big spite, really? That's what you're giving me for that?
Here's what I've turned up on the... Got it. Here's what
I am missing Shield Outsiders and Living Fossil. I don't know where either of those are. Love this this ability so much. This has made the game so much more enjoyable by itself. Which is sad. No, when I say throw it away, I don't mean literally into the trash. Sorry. It's a bad habit of mine. Anytime something leaves the house, it's thrown away. Usually it's given to someone as a gift. Sometimes I sell it, sometimes I return it, sometimes it goes to Goodwill. Sometimes it goes in the trash, but it's all thrown away. It's a bad habit. I don't mean to. What was it? Shield Outsider and Living Fossil. There is just no warp point in the entire thing. That's ridiculous. Okay, Shield Outsider. What's a Shield? Hang on. Shield Outsider. Shield Outsider. I do like how it shows which ones you have the shards on. You notice we have most of them at this point. Like, we've got a good percentage. Shield Outsider. Oh, there it was. There it was. I just saw it. There. Oh, it's the guy we were just killing. So, somebody asked my opinion on the Xbox 360 controller. A very good controller unless you want the D-pad. And I know that sounds like a dig, but honestly, not everyone really needs or wants a D-pad. So if you're just playing, like, you know, modern PC games, which generally sit on the analog, then it's actually a really good, it's a really good controller. But yeah, the 360 D-pad is kind of terrible. So it kind of depends on what you're after. I gotta go this way, don't I? Yeah, driving games, like I know a lot of people who play a lot of PC games with that controller, like Assassin's Creed stuff, or like Sekiro, or Dark Souls, or whatever. I know a lot of people who prefer that controller for that kind of thing. The Yakuza games, you know, you get the idea, Outsider in D&D refers to anyone that is from one of the outer planes. It's kind of a literal denominator. I agree, Lord Hermon. It's pretty nice, actually. I keep forgetting I even have this ability. Angels would be outsiders, yes. So would demons, so would devils, so would a lot of things, actually. There it is. Shield Outsider, right there. I only need to kill one more, so we're just gonna make that happen super quick. And that's that. Okay, so, the skeleton guy. I forgot to build the thing. I forgot to buy the thing, because I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. Thanks for asking. No, there's elementals that are natural to their planes. Innate to their planes, however you want to think of that. If, for example, I'm playing this game on the D-pad almost universally, because that's just my preference. I don't like doing platformers with analogs. I can make that work, and I will during the Ori and the Blind Forest run. But generally speaking, I prefer to use the D-pad.
what would you like to buy? Is this pleasure doing business? Oh, oh, what would you like to buy? Is it? Oh, thank you.
Agreed, Rob Balderside. There we go. And yes, that's our new shop. Shopkeep. I did, Czar. Thank you for reminding me, though, just in case. So this is probably the living cost. Yep. I just need to kill one more. Oh, jeez. We're up to hour 19 at the moment. Just past hour 19, actually. We're pretty much at the last boss, but we're not quite there yet. We're gonna go turn in these quests, and then probably get new ones, and then probably not do them. But just for you, Crazy Norse. Just for you.
Got it.
Yeah, we literally done for the last boss. Yeah. Think this game is padded? Yes. Absolutely.
Have you...
Good.
Have you...
Here's what I've turned up.
Nope, that's all of them. All the kill quests.
Got any...
Here's what I...
Which is fun, because nothing has indicated that we finished it other than the fact that there's no new quests, which actually makes me worry that there are new quests, but whatever. Okay. Yeah, that's... I was expecting something, like the Benjamin end.
Are you eating? So, what'll it be?
Here...
I'll go with this. I'll go with this.
I'd love to have Drain as a passive, but that's probably not happening.
You have to...
Okay. So I'm sorry, DZ Maven. I know you actually already answered me this, but where am I going? Oh yeah, finally. No. I remember. Sorry. Just getting caught up in my brain.
I will protect you.
I mean, they deserve to have some happiness in their lives, are, so I'm kind of with it. I know where I'm going. This is actually an area I haven't been to yet. Literally one area I have not been to yet. Cute.
Dimension shift!
At the moment, no, Walker.
Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Dimension shift!
Ammo capacity! God, just what I needed. There's a boss door. Let's see. We want to be... I am aware of it. I am not fond of it, Czar. I also think it's overdone excessively to the point where it actually detracts from a lot of fiction. My opinion. Okay, shards. There, that doesn't matter. I haven't used my conjure spells in just hours and hours at this point. I just have so many other better options. Let's do it. Isn't that supposed to be really painful and also fatal?
So even Gremory has failed me. Alfred was afraid of what you could do with the shards, but not I.
Look at you. Is that what you wanted? The crystal? You betrayed us, Dominique.
Oh, don't think me ungrateful. I have you and Johannes to thank for teaching me the alchemist's lore and how to control the shards. Shards, I might add, which you gave to me of your own will. Your sacrifice has become my strength.
Hold up. Question from the back. I didn't sell a single shard to you, lady.
Why are you doing this?
Because once again, the demons appeared, and once again God stayed silent, while his servants were slaughtered mercilessly one by one. So I began to wonder, what if there is no God? What if the Lord we grovel and pray before is a lie, and our faith draws power from some other nameless, unspeakable thing?
If so, I wash my hands of it, because God can rot.
I decided to seek a higher power, the power to slay gods.
The power of friendship.
Do you realize how many people have died as a result?
Of friendship?
They deserve to die because they were weak, and more will follow until I obtain all I desire.
Okay.
This whole mess wasn't enough for you?
If the last summoning had been enough, I wouldn't have had to bring you here.
You're after a more powerful demon. Sheeple's crystal wasn't enough to summon it, so you needed mine instead.
Didn't she just say that? Is this Metal Gear Solid 4 now?
Smart girl. I like that. But your crystal was too clean, too pure. So I made sure you would obtain shards and acclimate yourself to demonic power.
And then in the middle of this cutscene, we just throw a knife and it goes right into her neck and she dies.
Then Gremory could possess you after the battle with Jeeble had worn you down. If Zangetsu hadn't betrayed me.
Doing the right thing isn't a betrayal.
You know what? I never expected to be put in a corner like this. You leave me no choice but to play my final card.
I can't think of a Yu-Gi-Oh card off the top of my head. What's that stupid dragon thing?
I will use my crystal and the Libelo Gaiath to summon Baal, the ultimate demon.
Oh my god, she is summoning her trap card. That's actually what's happening.
Do you realize what will happen to you?
Do you? You don't. So I'll tell you. There's a reason Jeeble survived 10 years ago.
What does he have to do with this?
It was in his blood. An exorcist, like me.
What does... You're not born with the power to excise demons, lady.
Our blood suppressed the crystal corruption and effectively spared his life.
Never mind. Apparently you are born with demon... Is that like an allergy thing? Except inverted, you know?
And now I have surpassed him. I command the crystal through Enochian script.
Hold up, but if Enochian script is from angels and you profess that God doesn't exist...
No demon is too powerful for me to summon, even if I cannot keep it here forever.
But the process is slow, because I can see the summoning isn't complete.
Why are you talking to this woman?
Do you really think you can stop me before then?
Lady, I could have stopped you before you finished this 5-minute conversation.
Oh, yes, I do. You don't understand what power is for. You wield it stupidly, arrogantly, and now you will pay the price.
Also, considering how she was in Curse of the Moon 2, this is weird. I'm just saying. Oh, we can actually play it.
Riga Saraima!
Okay, so she's definitely a phase 1. Whoa, 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 whoa there! Stun lot. That was a thing. Yeah, I'll leave it on. Screw it. It's okay. I brought curry and rice. Nom, 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 nom. I don't need a stomach lining.
This will hurt.
Vaskia!
Did you just attack me with your hair? Because I swear you just attacked me with your... What's going on with your eyes, too?
Rigadoin! You leave me no choice. Bale! I summon thee to my side!
Okay. What the hell is that? Don't answer that question. Okay. This is unusual. I think this is the final boss, you know. Bale, the, dude. I think it's his formal title. I was about to say, you know what this reminds me of a lot? Chaos! No, not that one. From Castlevania. So, is, like, the Demon King just Chaos? Which, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
I give you death!
Okay. Yeah, we're fighting the ball spawn, sorry. Did he just heal the pole? Oh, Jesus. Okay, fine. I suppose I should chop off the, you know, the guessing game here. This is the last boss. We're not done yet, though, so you got a little bit more time to guess if you want to. Now it's time. The first Zangetsu fight was harder than... the second Zangetsu fight was harder than that. Also, Aurora Boros reference. How did you get here?
Dominique. She could have done so much good, but...
I know.
Wait. The Liber Logaeth.
The book that started it all. What are you going to do with it?
The same thing the Master was trying to do. Before he died, he inscribed Enochian letters onto each of the castle's structural weaknesses.
Okay, that's cute. Remember when we first saw Alfred? He was like scribbling on the floor.
Now, I will use the book to perform a rite here at the heart of the castle. The rite will activate the Enochian script and send the castle and demons back from whence they came.
Cool.
So that's what Alfred was trying to accomplish.
We need to begin. Stand back, Miriam.
Chaos control! That's a cutscene. And in case you didn't think this was enough of Soten, well... How did... What?
It's over.
Did you notice we were rejetting in the cutscene?
Yes. You've made the world right again.
Not without sacrifice. Jeeble, Alfred, Zongetsu.
Jeebel's fate was already sealed. There was nothing you could have done. And the Master and Zangetsu made their own choices. They fought gladly and proudly for what they believed in. Lives like theirs deserve to be celebrated.
True. And demons still remain in this world. We can grieve later, after finishing the last of them off.
That reminds me. The Master took note of how I was forestalling your corruption and suggested some improvements. I think I might be able to stop the crystal from overtaking you permanently.
Really?
I can't make any promises, but yes, I think.
Well, thank you, Johannes.
You're very welcome. Come on, let's go home.
That's not what that text says.
All right.
That was Erica Lindbeck? Jeez, no wonder she didn't suck. Ray Chase, Frida Wolf. I actually recognize several of these names. Harry Walgren. Fred Tedeschiore. Who was Benjamin? That's funny. Yeah, that outro was not worthy of a positive. I did like the Dominique fight. I will go ahead and give the Dominique fight its own positive. But I think I'm going to give the outro itself a gameplay negative. Possibly 2. That's funny, DZ Maven. Because that last dungeon, if you could even call it that, wasn't really all that engaging. And the last boss fight was actively boring. Like, I was just kind of lazy moding it because, This is a lot of studios they brought in for this. Backers, I'm here somewhere. I don't know where. Interesting. No, it's fine, Emerald Chaos. It's actually under my previous Kickstarter account anyways. I actually started a new Kickstarter account under the Lore Runner tag, specifically to, you know, be able to use it for the show. Partially as a marketing thing, but also partially just so I can be like, hey, it was me. Iga did this. Yeah, and like a couple hundred other people. No party like Bloodstained Party. That sounds gross out of context. Hey, yep, I figured it wanted us to actually finish the credits, because I remember reading about that. Okay, so... Hey, we have a clear save. Yeah, it's not a big list, Czar. It's there, but it's not a big list. Also true of von Falkenstein, not that that's ever happening. Alright, so, negative to story. Outro. Boss plot positive. Dominique. Negative to outro. Yeah. Okay. So, first of all, New Game Plus. So, first and foremost, Valdez. So we keep our level, our appearance, obviously, our gear, looks like our permanent stat-ups, we keep our shards, we keep our passives, we keep a huge portion of the inventory, and our shortcuts, and most of our completion percentage. That is definitely a good New Game Plus. So, plus. That's, yeah, I'm with that. Plus. That's kind of all I needed to see, but I like to see for myself. So, boss rush mode. Probably not going to be anything interesting, if I'm being completely honest. Because it's probably exactly what it sounds like. Like, I like boss rush modes existing, but there's not much meat on the bone, so to speak, to even comment on. So we're just gonna comment that it exists and move on. I do like the built-in timer. This is what we call revenge. Well, let me get to a boss that's capable of phasing me, and I'll tell you, Crazy Norris. Ditto, Maz. Yes, I have had that argument before, Melkor Blade. And I told them exactly what you're probably picturing I told them. Turbo, no. All of them. Check it. No games with New Game Plus besides Chrono Trigger that have tempted me. No, there's plenty of New Game Plus games that have tempted me. What are you talking about? That's a strange statement. There's a reason New Game Plus tends to be a plus. Hell, I played through FF10 too, like 200 hours worth of content. Because, you know. Hey, 16-bit point. Oh, we're done. Oh, okay. I bet I could do faster than that. Well, we'll make an exception for Chrono Trigger partially because of how short the game is, and also partially because of the fact that Chrono Trigger New Game Plus will actually allow us to show off more content. But again, the shortness is really the relevant thing there. Because, for example, you can make the same argument of FF10 but we're not replaying through that long of a game. I don't know, I'd have to think about it. It's okay, we know the dragon's weak spot. Oh, we can't even reach it, that's funny. A little faster when we don't go for the health ups. Sure, why not? That took literally 2 minutes. Depends, but generally, yes, Melkor. Like, we tend to YouTube stuff that we're not going to go through 20 hours of content to see. Because we're not going through 20 hours of content to see an extra 2-minute cutscene.
Who are you calling slow?
Looking at you, Dawn of War 2. How did the music change? Guess what happened when I die? What happens is... nothing, apparently. No, don't... well, since I'm here...
Start with this and dash.
Got it, Sheeble. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Valerian. I was gonna say, I feel like they have less health. Specifically for boss rush, but...
The moon is full. Your final hour has come. Evolution.
That makes sense.
Disrosian! Disrosian!
Wow, they give me 2 potions for this. Yep, never did.
Game over.
I mean, the second Zangetsu fight was actually one of the better fights in the game, so possibly, yeah. Okay. So that was boss rush mode. Not actually bad as far as boss rush modes go. The bosses themselves are adjusted for the boss rush. There's timer per boss. There's the option to gain back health in between boss fights, which you can skip in order to go faster. I kind of like that, plus the gameplay. Speedrun mode. A temporary save data will be created every time the screen transitions. These data files are deleted upon return to the trial. So, okay. What that means is hardcore mode. Cool, but not for me. Obviously, we should show off classic mode. Oh my god. And there go my... Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me turn down the volume. Please. 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 Okay. Wow. Okay. Why are my buttons different? What? Why can't I rebind anything? Oh, there we go. Yeah, notice the walk cycle. Oh, it's back. It's commit. It's a commit platformer. No. Well, I can't backdash down and I can't backdash attack, and there doesn't appear to be a block. Yeah, this is called classic mode. Notice if you're paying attention, the actual level's different too. It's similar, but it is actually a different stage. Does anybody know how long this is? Because we might actually have to play through all of this. And that's a thing. Yeah, I expected that. Yep, we are, of course, water-soluble. Because it's classic mode. Ironically, this is just like old hat to me. Because, you know, Castlevania. I mean, we just played the Curse of the Moon game. multiple times in the case of the second one. Okay, so I'm gonna say something probably controversial. This is the first song I've liked in this game. Not because it's 8-bit, just because, as I mentioned, most of the music in base Ritual of the Night just wasn't really memorable. 40 minutes without dying. Ouch. That's weird. We've already broken that particular barrier. So, any bets on the first boss? Yeah, this is weirdly solid. Big Bat, I mean, it would be a classic. It actually does cyclone, I agree. It's the bat. You were right. You were right. It's the friggin' bat. This is funny because I figured there would be another mode we'd be stuck in for a bit. I didn't think this would actually be a whole thing. So, I guess we're stuck in now. Well, I'm not going to show off the Zangetsu mode in full totality. I was going to show off Revenge mode, actually, in a little bit more depth. Yeah, grain of salt at this point, Cycloud, but you are, of course, correct. I'm still waiting for co-op. Like, one of the biggest reasons I was holding off on this for the longest time was waiting for co-op mode to exist. I mean, come on. Soten co-op? Yes, please. Very carefully, Evo. And by Evo, I mean Crazy Horse. You're both the same people. What can I say? Yeah, I say without hyperbole that this game is currently earning a decent density of gameplay positives that I was not expecting to be giving this game. Make fun if you will. So who should the second boss be? We've already fought the Bat. Does anyone remember the second boss of Castlevania 1? Ooh, crap, 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 crap. I was gonna say, we gotta fight the mummy, we've gotta fight, the creature. The screen clear items are still there, if you're wondering what that was. Whoa, I wasn't expecting to have a double jump. Oh god. That threw me. Yeah, we still have to look at the randomizer. Because there's types of randomizers, and I'm curious which one this is. As we talked about when we were discussing the LTTB rando. Not sure I agree with that. Where's this? Yes, Bionic Commando is where we explode Hitler's head with a rocket launcher. No, really, that actually happened, so you can look it up. Kind of gory, actually. At least for an NES game. So it looks like we'll be playing this game tomorrow, because there's no way in hell I'm going to beat everything I have left to do inside of like 50 minutes. So, let me make a few things ready here. I mean, it is a good thing. It's just, it's an unexpected thing. Here, have some music. Okay, never mind. They're gonna kill me. Sorry. Just give me a second. Give me a second. I mean, isn't that what it was, like, designed to be, Sarura? If I'm not mistaken. God dang it. I apologize for this. 'Cause I'm not sure what everybody wants, which is part of the problem. Listen, Craziners, I know you secretly want me to be miserable. That's why you keep funding certain types of games. You know the ones. No judgment. I understand. You like watching me suffer. It's cool. It's cool. Listen, if I could work 16-hour days, I probably would. Hold off on that for a second. Rest? What the hell is rest? I'm not gonna get any rest tonight. Okay, so can I, like... What's this do? I don't love working, I just have a lot to do. Okay, good. It does look like it's actually saving my progress per stage. Perfect. Cool. We'll come back to that. So that was classic mode. Randomizer. So, defeat the final boss. Confront Jeeble to execute the final boss. Defeat Jeeble. Key items are shuffled amongst themselves or anywhere. Save locations are unchanged or mixed. Items can be completely random, retain method, or retain type. Enemy drops, unchanged. These are decent options. Not great, just decent. Crafting is unchanged, shops are unchanged, quests are unchanged. Let's do it. We have a timer on top of everything else. Oh, and boots. Of course we have boots. We gotta kick things to death. Okay. Okay. I was actually reading that, unlike, for lack of a better way to put this, unlike most fan randos, it is actually possible for this rando to be uncompletable. I don't know if that's true or not, it was just something I read, and it might also be something they patched. But I imagine it's just going to be... Yeah, exactly, it doesn't have an internal logic checker. Do we have any equipment? We do not. We're literally punching with our feet. Holy crap. Getting a lot of gold, which is not actually what I want. More gold. Oh, we got a belt.
Wow.
No, it's shocking.
Wait, what time tomorrow is it supposed to be arriving?
While you're at school, probably. If I were to guess. The odds of it showing up before you go to school are pretty slim.
No, when I meant, I was thinking.
It might. It depends.
I was asking because I wanted to know if it would get there after school. I'm gonna use it as soon as I get home first.
Well, I can't promise that. I'm sorry. What I can promise is that it will show up at some point in time tomorrow.
Okay. Amazon is crazy.
That's true. I can't actually promise that either. I can promise nothing. Nothing. Hyperventilator. Sweet. That's what I wanted, was the hyperventilator. Cool. Anyways. Do me a favor, kiddo. No? You don't want to do me a favor?
Okay, what's the favor?
No, it's okay. You don't have to.
What's the favor?
I'll just die.
What's the favor?
Here, look. Which of these do you want? Look, that one or that one?
Miss Big Mitts.
Okay.
I don't know.
Why are you dead? You've been running around a bunch. Did you drink when you came back? Okay, good. You want more drink? Well, that was boring. I'll give you boring drink.
Orange drink.
Yeah. No! Okay, so that's... Now I just gotta get... it's just for this game, Zara. Zara. It's pretty much always going to be just for this game.
Can you open this?
Sure. Okay. All right. Okay, so we'll sit on that for a minute. Whoa! Camera. This is a mean seat, I can tell you already, because we keep getting gold and no weapons. We are still hitting for 1 damage because we haven't gotten anything yet. So, what's your fastest rando time? Anybody's actually done it? Okay, I don't have double jump. I don't have double jump. Give me a chest. Give me a chest that actually gives me a weapon. Give me a weapon. Give me a weapon. Give me a weapon!
Did you start over?
I kind of. I'm testing out a new mode. Called rando mode. Randomizer mode. Wait. I have the most powerful thing ever. No, Yura, they cannot. So if you donated for right now, like, I want to add Barbie's Mall Adventure to the list, I would say, okay. And then you're like, I also want to donate for these other 2 things. I would say, nope. And then...
So if you donate for a crazy thing, you only get to donate for 1 thing.
Well, no, because if you donate for a crazy thing that's already on the list, you can donate for 3 things. And it's probably obvious why, too, if you think about it. Like, if we allow people to triple up on adding new stuff to the list, that list is going to get way more bloated than it already is. They keep giving me gold! Stop giving me gold! At least I can do damage now. Delicious chest. And in this game, that takes on a slightly different context. Evo says hi. Evo says, get impaled with a shard. Oh my gosh. I don't think I ever got that one last time, actually. Yes, donate to Lunar SSSC. Or die. Both are accepted. We either have really crazy drop rate, or like, they just drop their shards in this mode. One of the 2. Hang on, Eva says we can't impale people. Very sad, that is. Oh no. I like impaling so much. Try to turn that into a Futurama joke, but I'm failing at it. Interesting. I mean, it's a popular series somewhere here. I forget where, actually. But I know it's a popular series somewhere. Aw. What are you doing? Are you rotating? Did you rotate? Why? Or no, I need to go this way. Have you been running around a bunch? I don't know if I believe you. Okay, so time to fight the boss with the splash weapon and like nothing else. Like a kick that does 1 damage. Look at this. Yeah, so anyway. Okay, so this is randomizer mode. Ooh. That's I think we'll go ahead and put this over here. It looks like it did 2 minuets. But then again, it did that earlier too. Okay. We've done speedrun mode, randomizer mode, classic mode, which we'll do tomorrow. Boss revenge mode. We can play as, well, the bosses. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
Die! Ah! Down, down, spirit. Down, moonlight. Down, by the moonlight. Crescent. Dance by the moonlight. Dance by the moonlight. Dance by the moonlight. Dance by the moonlight. Dance by the moonlight.
It was okay, Yura.
Crescent.
It isn't neat, but ultimately, like, really?
I will cut down all demons.
Okay.
What?
Interesting. I'll tell you one thing, this guy definitely plays completely differently than what I was expecting.
Who are you calling slow? Be gone from my sight, demon.
No kidding, everyone chaos. Jeez Louise. Now we're just playing Spectre Knight. Cute.
Be gone from my sight, demon.
Alright, hang on.
Scarlet Burst.
Yeah! 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 Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha!
I need more blood. I need more blood.
Oh my god, we really are playing Princess Peach mode.
I need more blood. I need more blood. I need more blood. I need more blood. I need more blood.
I think she needs more blood, but I'm not sure how to get it.
Game over.
Okay. I'm never doing that again. Here's Zangetsu mode. It's exactly what it looks like. I was gonna say, if you ever wonder what it's like mastering the katana, there you go. I liked the fight with Dominique. Hated the fight with Bale. The ending was not good. I really like classic mode, and in fact, we're actually going to play more of it tomorrow because we're not actually done yet. And I'm just kind of poking around at the other modes right now. Although I have a feeling I know exactly how this is going to go. We're going to be thorough. Let's go do this. Yep. Oh, me too, Emerald Chaos, very much so. Like, there's a lot of possibilities. But I'm reminded, so obviously my mind immediately goes towards story, like what exactly are they going to do story-wise. But then I remember Curse of the Moon 1 and 2, which have absolutely nothing to do with each other narratively. So they could do just whatever the hell they want to. Not even set something within the same setting. Just, hey, here's another game. So that leaves me with gameplay. And I can think of a lot of things they could do with this gameplay-wise. Obviously, pretty much every complaint I've leveled at the game, with only a few exceptions, could be polished over with different game design or different patches. And if I might be so bold, I think adding the switch mechanic from Curse of the Moon would be a very good idea. In my opinion. Now, I'm biased because I love that mechanic, but I do think that would be awesome. Just floop, and then you're playing as Miriam. Floop, and then you're playing as Zangetsu.
Bloodstained.
Okay. Okay, no vendor. No alchemist. Do we just have to go without buying items in the Zangetsu playthrough? That sounds actually really mean. Hello, Mr. Mastergrade. Did first try last time. Well, items are still where they should be. Go figure. Let's see how he handles water. Looks like he starts with the ability to go underwater. That's interesting. That completely changed their potential initial approaches. You know, that's a good question, Von Walgenstein. I mean, this is a castle of chaos, excuse me, of Vale, so... Yeah, that's fine. Oh, whatever. I've seen enough. Oh, it actually shows us our abilities on the menu. Never mind. I've seen. Oh, we can switch back and forth between ice and fire and lightning, too. And just change forms on at will. Interesting. Yeah, the lack of healing is interesting. Maybe you can only heal at save points? That's interesting. Would be really funny. Oh yeah, we've also got that. Yeah. I really don't like touching the ground. It's a whole thing. Okay, so interesting. I think that's the thing that was letting me switch between elements of Wolfenstein. Aurora from Child of Light. Good game, by the way. I recommend it. Yeah, just out of absolutely nowhere, they decided to do a crossover with this, of all things. I remember first hearing of this and being like... interesting. Looks like it's kind of Star Foxy rules. You can lock onto something 3 times. I would love to know the behind the scenes of how this happened. Does anybody know? I mean, I doubt it, but... Usually, I've said this so many times, usually this kind of dealing happens because some producer met some other producer over lunch and they got talking. Like, that's almost always how these kind of things happen. So it kind of conjures that to mind as you know, someone was like, you know, I really like Child of Light. Really? Yeah, I really liked Bloodstained. Really? Talk, 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 talk. We are playing as Aurora, the eponymous Child of Light, from the game Child of Light. And now we're not. I think that's everything except for Classic Mode, but since we've decided to give Classic Mode a real playthrough, we'll be doing that tomorrow. Unfortunately, I had to go make sure that my family is taken care of. So, I say unfortunately, listen to me, as if I mind. But, tomorrow, at probably 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll go ahead and do Classic Mode and do a full playthrough of that, and finish up the run, hopefully. We might actually start Ubisoft, wow. Speaking of Ubisoft, we might actually start Ori and the Blind Forest tomorrow. But either way, I'll see you, everyone.